Hey, what's up YouTube? In the previous episode of Stream City, we transferred all of the builds over from my city tutorial world and placed them in Stream City. And those are all of the builds that need transferring over. Right? If only it were that simple. What about the Java world that I used to design a bunch of city builds? AKA City Builds 1. I bet you didn't even consider Creative World 1. Which I wouldn't blame you for because I highly doubt that there are city builds in there, but it'll be worth a look. And I don't even have to mention the Quick Builds world. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of work to do. Today's mission is not one of building, it is one of exploration. I want to find, once and for all, every single build that can be transferred over to Stream City. I want to copy it into a schematic, and I want to... Well, I'm not going to transfer it over to Stream City, that'll be a different video, but I want to find everything that can apply. So, I think that we are going to start in City Builds 1, as I believe this will yield the best results. But first, we need our trusty wooden axe. Whacha! Well, what do we have? We have a couple of modern houses. Now, I'm going to leave these because they aren't the particular style that I would like, nor do I want the Squid Games related builds. I think that that might be a little bit too creepy for Stream City to have a bunch of the like gods just hanging around in Stream City. I think that we'll not do that. However, this...
Nice.
This I like. So, this is my modern mansion. It's the only modern mansion that I've actually built this year, and this would actually be perfect for a particular part of Stream City that I haven't made yet, but I very much like the idea of. Now, this was in the process of being Aunt May's house from Spider-Man. I don't think I've done a particularly good job, so that's not coming with. Okay, Modern Pizza Hut, you can come with. Arby's, I'll take Arby's. Now, this hasn't even appeared on the channel. This is my Tim Hortons. It can certainly come along. Ah, my pride and joy, Tesco. Of course you're coming with me. I actually don't even know where I'm going to put this thing. It is absolutely huge. Modern boxing gym, of course you're coming. Motorbike dealership. You know what? Car dealership has been feeling very lonely. Courthouse, absolutely coming along. I love this build. And here I was thinking that we couldn't expand the chicken wing. We do not, however, have an ice cream stand. Maybe this could go in the park, or for when I eventually make the beach. That's right, there's going to be a beach. Maybe this will come in handy. We do not have an unruined version of my modern hotel. So this is actually going to save us a bunch of work as we find fixed versions of builds that we have but are semi-destroyed. Pretzel stand, you can come too. What kind of a koala would I be if I left this popcorn stand all by itself? I don't think we really have use for just like a random ice cream machine. This is, I think, a mini version of the courtroom. Now, these are a bunch of just quick builds. You can see that I've been experimenting with phone boxes and traffic lights. It may actually be worth grabbing these whilst I'm here. You never know when you need them. The same can be said about these two phone boxes. Now, this is a concept for an office building that just didn't end up working really. Like, this is what the office was going to look like. It was going to be set up in these cubes, and it's very similar to the office building that I did actually make. It's just an ever so slightly different layout. I don't completely dislike it, but I do think it is perhaps a little bit boring. But I'm not 100%, I'm not against it. Although it is probably not coming, but okay, you've convinced me, let's bring it along. So, as you may see, the world kind of goes in a couple of different directions at this point, but we're going to go back on ourselves and then head that direction. Now, this is a Smith's Toy Store. This can 100% come with me. I love these places. We already have a comic book store, but what we don't have is an aquarium. So, I actually don't like this build very much, but maybe we can improve this. So if we bring it along, maybe we can actually do some work on it and see if we can actually turn it into a build that I like. So this is a set of tutorials where not all of them came out on the channel, but we have a campsite with a bunch of tents, we have a caravan being pulled by a car, we have a camper van, we have kind of like one of the old school camper vans, the Volkswagen ones, we have like a giant RV, but we also have a caravan with a couple of cars outside. Don't ask what the trenches are. And we also have a lodge. So the idea with all of these was that you could actually put together kind of like a holiday park, which, now that we're on Java, seems like a way more feasible idea. You may be able to see my circus over there. We already have that. We have the Gucci store already. Same with the modern KFC, the Simpsons house. This is a little cafe. I am not a massive fan of this. We'll not bring this along. We have... Okay, so this is my jewelry store. I'm going to admit, there's just something about this that is just lacking. I'd rather just honestly make a new one. We have the Chum Bucket, Greg's, but now, okay, so this I do actually quite like. This is Whataburger. Whataburger can 100% come along. This is an undamaged version of the hospital. This is 100% coming along. I do have the hospital in Stream City right now, but it is a little bit... Honestly, you know, the hospital in Stream City needs a hospital. I think that Athmau can stay here, so can this weird water slide that I was working on. I actually don't mind the slide itself, but I mean, maybe we could... Nah, we'll leave it for now. We can always come back. This is a bunch of beach stuff that I think that we can leave. Now, what I'm not talking about, which you might be interested in, is this. Okay, so this is my water park. You might be thinking to yourself, I've never seen a water park on the channel. No, you have not. I never made a tutorial for this thing. However, this is 100% coming along. Also, just figured out, the ice cream stand that we copied earlier can get implemented into this. Everything's working out.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
It's a genuine shame that I actually never made a tutorial for this because I really do like it. I don't even know why I didn't. It's honestly pretty cool. Okay, so these are just some townhouses. I don't think that they're too original looking, so we'll just leave these, even though this one seems to even be furnished, which is a shame, but what can you do? We have a... What is this?
The clam.
Oh, I think this is actually the bar from Family Guy, whatever that is called. I'm gonna have to Google that, aren't I? The Drunken Clam, of course it is. Now, this is a burger stand that I actually really quite like. This would sort of go with, like, the water park. You know what? This can actually come along. Okay, this we do not have. This 100% has to come along. This is a karate studio. I would love to have this. My modern gym. I think that mine's actually in good shape. Ha! The gym's in good shape.
See what you did there.
Now, this we can use. Now, we do have this in Stream City currently, but it is absolutely ruined. So, this is actually quite a good find. Chinese takeaway, we already have that. Oh, but we don't have In-N-Out. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is a good find. This looks awesome. This is classic Subway. I love it. I am so glad this is intact because we have our graveyard and it just isn't quite right without the church, so I'm so glad that I managed to find that. This is just a regular old bar. I think I'm gonna bring it along, but maybe I can improve it in some sort of way. Oh, this is a dentist! I mean, not everybody... I'm tempted to leave this behind. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the dentist myself, but I mean, I guess we've got to bring it along. It is a necessity after all. I mean, we do have teeth. We should look after them. And finally, my Halloween store, which we already have. Ladies and gentlemen, great success. We have managed to grab a whole lot from this world. How many builds did we get? The answer to that question is 38. That's really good. However, we are not finished. Okay, next up, we're going to head into the quick builds world. There might not be a great deal here, but it is definitely worth checking out. Hang on, we're just missing something. And of course, you know what, why don't we go with the waxed block of copper to help us copy stuff? Ha! Copper? Copy? There's a horrible joke in there somewhere. First of all, we are surrounded by the same suburban house. This is not a mistake. It just quite simply means that I mean, this was my first go at World Edit, honestly. I was trying to rotate this house for a thumbnail, and it didn't go great, honestly, as you can tell. But I have since learned, not very much, but this is 100% coming with me. I think that we can definitely build up some more suburbs with this. Now, this is like a tiny miniature water park. This might actually be useful somewhere. It might actually be cool in our actual park. We have a bunch of random gym machines. We have... This is like a small little modern gym. I don't actually dislike this. I just think it needs revamping a little bit. Like, it's just the outside building. The inside's actually quite cool, so I think that we can definitely do something with this. This was my first idea for a boxing gym. It didn't go great. This is just a bathroom. A bunch of appliances, a dining room table. Oh, we have an entire kitchen here. This looks like a little utility room. Possibly the strangest bath that I've ever seen. I mean, what was I thinking? That's actually a pretty cool effect. How did that even happen? Huh. So if you hit that with the magic axe, I guess you get some split glass? That's actually awesome. Random shower, another weird bathroom, a bunch of lights, Scruffy the dog, a bouncy castle, trampoline. Maybe I should take these with me. For those curious, I did take them with me. Another weird bathroom, a desk, and what do you call these things? A vending machine. Well, you know, this entire world was a swing and a miss. What can I say? Now, last and almost certainly least, we have Creative World 1. I can't tell whether this is a good sign or a bad sign. Why do I never have my helmet and wooden axe of doom? Let's go for wax. Oxidized copper this time. So this is probably going to be the world that yields the least results, but there might be something here. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So here's the thing. This is a city build, which means there is potential for more city builds. It does so happen that we already have the Christmas store though. Oh, guys. This has got to come along. This has got to come with us. For those that may not be aware, this is the McAllister house, aka the Home Alone house. This took so much work to make, this is 100% going in one of the suburbs. Hang on 1 second, South Park Elementary? No way. Surely we must be able to find a use for this somewhere. You know what? This is actually pretty cool. I really like this. Maybe I should do a tutorial on something similar to this. It's actually a pretty awesome idea. There's like a built-in farm and a roller coaster system and I actually really like that. That's kind of cool. Huh. So this is more of a suburban style house. I actually kind of like this. I think that we can use this in some sort of way. Now, this seems to be like a giant iPhone underground base of some sort?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, this is coming with. This is awesome. This is my suburban mansion that I made maybe last year, I want to say. Ooh, I think that we can bring this along as well. This is suburban enough. It's a little bit on the weird side, but it's suburban enough that I think it can come along. This is another suburban-ish style build that kind of like toes the line. I think that we're going to bring this one along. I really like it. I think that it looks really nice. I don't think it would look too crazy in the suburbs, but we'll have to see. Now, this is something that would look crazy in the suburbs. I'm gonna pass on this one. This is an interesting one. I'm going to take this, although it doesn't seem to be finished. But I think that there's definitely something here. I think that this could look really cool, actually. Okay. If this house were not underground, it would be so very close to a build that I'd be interested in. I might take it anyway. Okay, now we're talking. This is pretty cool. So this, I remember making the entire inside as well, so that's actually pretty awesome. We may be able to take this and reskin this a couple of times. How do we feel about this one? This is kind of interesting. This is like a modern suburban house. It's... I think it just maybe needs a change or two, but I actually sort of like it. Yet another suburban house to add to my collection. Excellent.
A fine addition to my collection.
Now that is all I managed to get in the end. However, from our little excursion, we managed to pick up an additional 54 builds, which is pretty awesome. Once again, Stream City is going to undergo another massive change. And this time, after that change has been made, we can then work on refining the city, which I'm really excited about. But for now, I want to remind you that if you enjoy this series, do please consider subscribing and let me know that you are enjoying it. And just to remind you, for those of you that are channel members, there will always be a brand new download link for Stream City Java Edition waiting for you in the community tab. We haven't changed Stream City in this particular video, but it's going to undergo a pretty massive change next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.